for joining with me in the second video series, How to Deal with the Poo. I'm Ashley Wilson from mygreenest.com, and today I'm going to show you some different spray shield options that you can use with your diaper sprayer. And if you have any questions at all, leave them in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Let's take a look at the Spray Pal. This has been on the market since 2011 and is a very popular option for cloth diapering folks. It features a heavy-duty clip where you can clip your diapers on and spray. The Spray Pal does require some assembly. You have to snap all 3 snaps to secure it properly. It's pretty long, measuring about 16 inches in length. It collapses for easy storage, and you can even purchase a hanging wet bag to go with it. You can collapse the sides and apply pressure to push the excess water out instead of using your hands. So here's an example of how I would use the Spray Pal from start to finish. I have a little plastic bin that I carry my dirty diapers to and from the bathroom. I keep my Spray Pal folded up inside my cabinet on top of a towel. I would assemble the Spray Pal and clip the diaper on and spray away. I don't prefer to push the water out with the sides. I prefer to do it by hand and then toss my dirty diapers back into the plastic bin. If the Spray Pal has any poo on it, I simply spray it off before collapsing. Then I either stick the Spray Pal on top of my bucket to catch the drips and let it dry, or I just collapse it back down and put it away in my cabinet wet. So the pros to using the Spray Pal is that you can collapse it and squeeze the water out without having to use your hands, and you can drop the dirty diaper right into your bucket or wet bag. If you purchase the Spray Pal's wet bag, you can easily store it in that. The cons to the Spray Pal is that it's the biggest spray shield out of the 3 and it requires the most assembly. You have to reach your hand in the center to snap it. If you store it in the Spray Pal's wet bag, it hangs at an awkward tilt, making it a little bit harder to grab, which is why I store my Spray Pal under the sink most of the time. The biggest con for me is the clip. I love the idea of it, but because the clip sticks out from the base of the shield, it catches the diaper, making it difficult to slide up and clip easily. Now onto the Diaper Diamond. This was the first patented spray shield, but it took a little longer to come onto the market than the Spray Pal. It's a little smaller, measuring 15 inches on the longest side. It has only 2 snaps instead of 3. It does not have a clip, but instead it features 4 slits on each side where you would slip the diaper through. The slits make it possible to stretch the gussets completely out so you can get them nice and clean. The Diamond folds out flat and has a little hold where you can hang it behind your toilet for easy storage. This is a good way to store if you have no storage space. Here's an example of how I would use the Diaper Diamond from start to finish. I prefer to keep mine assembled and kept in a bucket that catches any drips, or on top of a towel inside of my cabinet. I would grab my diamond and slide the diaper into each slit. If the diaper has poo in the gussets, I'd also slide the bottom of the diaper into the slits until it's nice and taut. I would use my Diaper Dawgs to keep my fingers clean if the diaper was extremely messy. After a good spray, I would roll up the diaper or pre-fold and squeeze out the excess water and then toss into my diaper bucket. Like the Spray Pal, if the shield had any poo on it, I'd give it a quick spray and then either drop it into my bucket, by the toilet, or back into my cabinet. So here are some of the pros of using the Diaper Diamond. It isn't as big or bulky as the Spray Pal, and it's a little easier to assemble, but small enough to leave assembled if you don't want to mess with it. You can hang it up flat behind your toilet if you have no space, and best of all, it's the only spray shield on the market that allows you to stretch out the gussets and get a thorough cleaning. Some of the cons are it's not as travel friendly as the Spray Pal because it folds out too wide to put into a wet bag. You have to be a little careful not to spray out of the top slits, so just make sure you pull your diaper all the way through to remedy that. It doesn't have a clip for quick spray offs, but you can add your own, which is what I do when I'm in a hurry. Moving on to the last spray shield, the spray collar from Diaper Dawgs. The spray collar is the most unique spray shield out of the 3, and it was introduced in the market in 2014. The spray collar is roughly the size of a CD, and it doesn't require any assembly. It's compatible with most diaper sprayers, and you can keep it connected to your sprayer. The rubber keeps the water from spraying out, and you can even fold it back if you need a little more pressure. Let me show you an example of how I use the spray collar from start to finish. You can hold the diaper with one hand while spraying it off, which is the more popular way of using the collar, but I prefer to do it a little bit different. I prefer to use a basic plastic clipboard when I'm spraying off my diaper. So I would grab my diaper or diaper liner and clip it to my clipboard. I'd grab my sprayer and spray. Sometimes I pulse it and sometimes I wiggle it back and forth. I spray, release, careful not to let the water out of the sides. I squeeze the excess water out of my diapers and dump them back into their bin. I then stick the spray collar into the toilet and flush, letting the water sort of rinse it. If the collar is a little more messy, I quickly wipe it off with a cloth wipe and a natural cleaner. Then I stick the sprayer back onto its hook, and if the toilet has any water on the rim, I give it a quick wipe off with some toilet paper. I then proceed to wash my hands and dump the diapers into their pail. The pros of using the spray collar are that you don't have to worry about assembling before and after use like you do with the other spray shields. It's small and easy to store if you're short on storage space. Its design has 2 settings, allowing you to get thorough and detailed cleanings. If you use it correctly, you have no spills or backsplash. And finally, its funky colors are a little bit fun, at least to me. The cons to the spray collar are that it takes a little bit to get used to. There's definitely a little bit of a learning curve that you don't have with the other spray shields, which is why I decided that my next video in this series will show you spray techniques for the spray collar. Also, the spray shield isn't as good for breastfed poo explosions like the other shields are, but it's still a fantastic spray shield to use in most cases. From my personal experience, I like to use the Diaper Diamond if there's a massive runny poo, especially if it's all in the gussets. Since it stretches them out for me, it makes the chore a lot easier. And for most cleanups, I prefer to use my spray collar because there's no assembly and it's easy to grab and spray. Every so often, I like to throw all my diaper supplies into my bathtub and give them a good spray down with an all-natural cleaner. Then I spray them off with my shower head and let them dry. Well, this concludes my video on the types of spray shields available. Subscribe if you want to be updated when I post the 3rd video in the series, dealing with the poo spray collar techniques. I would love to hear from you, so let me know in the comments what your favorite spray shield is. Until next time, have a great day and thanks for watching.